Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. My name is Heather. Today is Monday, November 11th of 2024. So our new appliances came the other day, so I got my new fridge. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see. So this is the KitchenAid 4-door fridge. So the top 2 drawers are your fridge, the bottom 2 are your freezers. This one does not do the water dispenser, but it does make ice. The whole control panel for my fridge is right here on the outside of the door. Now, I will say, I've taken all the plastic off, but I do find that the next couple times of wiping it down, I am going to find little bits where the plastic kind of just tore off and is still stuck in some of the grooves. That happens. But so when I open up the fridge, any of the fridge or freezer's door, this automatically lights up. I love that it's here, hidden out of the way, and you don't see it until you actually need to use it. And so it tells you what doors are open. Of course, this one here is where it's connected to. But I will do the fridge first. So it's a nice big fridge. It fits in this it fits in this little space perfectly. There's actually a lot of space to walk between the fridge and the counter here. With the other fridge, even though it was smaller, the handle stuck out, and so you didn't get as much of a walkway. So you've got 3 bins on each side of the door, perfect for your condiments. And you've got top shelf, you got this shelf here, which you have 2 height adjustments, but these shelves are the full length of the fridge. I love that, where my shelves aren't half shelves, because when they're half shelves, you actually end up losing a chunk of space. Also, with the half shelves, you end up with like a bar system here, and you lose some extra space that way too. So we got the top shelf, you got this shelf here. So if I wanted to, probably a little tricky to do it one-handed, but I can lift it up one. Then this middle, or this 3rd shelf here, actually slides out. Makes it really easy to get to anything that you might put back here. And then it has 2 crisper drawers. Like I said, I've just taken all the plastic off now. It's been plugged in, ready to go. Everything is set for the little more than 24 hours. So now I just have to wipe it out and then, start filling it with our food. So that's the fridge and then the freezer. Now, before I do this, this is not a drawer. So this is the doors, not a pull-out drawer. So you can see it's made ice. This is the 3rd time it's filled with ice. We threw the first 2 out. So this rolls out for your ice, and it even came with a nice little scoop. And then you've got this drawer that pulls out, this drawer that pulls out, this drawer pulls out, this drawer pulls out, and it's got this top one, and it pulls out. And I love it. It's got this wood grain. So it's just kind of like a really nice, like a high-end, kind of sleek-looking little fridge. So now I just got to go and wipe the fridge part out. I've wiped out the freezer part, although I noticed there was something in this one drawer. Is it just some... Okay, that is not good. This just came off. That's not what you want to happen on your new fridge. You just don't want these little things to... Oh, it goes the other way. Okay. It is now back on. I don't know, it just got caught. I just did that. Okay, make sure you've got the door open fully before you start pulling the drawers out. No, there's nothing in the drawers. I thought I saw, oh yes, there is. A little bit of the chunky plastic stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna go wipe out my fridge and freezer and get all the food from this fridge here. Just to show you, I've got to get all this food here and all of this food. And then I've got the brown fridge in the garage. I gotta bring all that food out and get them all into this fridge. So I'll be back as soon as I'm able to start putting the food back into this new fridge. All right, so I got everything out from both the fridges onto my counters, and I've got things kind of grouped together so I know what they are. So over on this little counter here, I've got bread, pop, coffee whiteners, anything for my coffee, tea. I even found a thing of coffee in the fridge in the garage. And then I throw my produce in the sink. Oops. Just because it's between both the fridges. Like I said, I found some expired food. So over here I've got like a couple of these crescent rolls. I've got different types of cheeses, butters, spreads, olives, pineapple, and then just into some of the other condiments. We've got the ice cream stuff, and then basic ketchup, mustard, relish, salad dressings, the different barbecue sauces. So these I will be going through because anything that's in, oops, that one might be okay, but I don't know, gotta check the dates on these. But any of the ones that are like really empty, this one be empty. I know I found one. Oh, like this, like ketchup bottle. It's like empty. You know, and I've got like this garlic paste. I don't know, I'm gonna have to check and see. There's not a lot in there. Just have to figure out how long it's been open and see if it's any good. And I will say probably not, because it says March 24. So that could probably be thrown out. Same with this. Like, this is an open can of honey garlic. It was in the brown fridge. I don't know when it was opened. So I will be going through the expiry dates. Yeah, some of these, this was empty. This one is empty. That's why we've got the new ones of them. So we'll be going through everything. And then over here, I've got all our leftover food. I'm going to be moving them into smaller containers. I've got this. This is this big thing of ketchup that these are all wrong on here. As you can see, like I said, it was initially this big thing of ketchup, said it was opened November 23rd, 21, and then I filled it up again. It says October 9th of 22. But I know that these dates up here are wrong based on the ketchup that's in here. So whatever ketchup is in here, that's all I have. Got eggs and butter. So like I said, this fridge doesn't have a water thing, but I love my Brita water purifier, so now I can put these in. And I also have one of these that I bought at Dollarama. I'll see how it works. I might go and buy a second one. So I'm gonna take this out of its package, get it set up in my fridge, and start putting everything away, and then I'll be back. All right, so I took it out of the box, and it comes in pieces. You have to build it. And this is the instructions. So just a little confusing at first, but we get to build more stuff today. So got this little tray here. Flip it to the back on either side. You slip in the suction cups. Excuse me. And here come my animals, right when I don't want them in here. Okay, so you gotta press it in, make sure that the top parts of these are in here firmly attached. Oops, this one isn't right through. Okay. There we go. I think they're attached now, like that. So now we have the suction cups. And then the next step, flip the base over and suction cup it into place on the desired shelf. So I'm supposed to figure out where I want this to go. before I do anything else. Okay. Figure out what shelf I want this to sit on. I think I'd like it on this middle shelf. I'm not gonna suction it right on in this exact second. I just move the camera up a little higher. I'm not gonna suction it right down in place until I make sure that that's where I want it. And then I gotta figure out how this attaches. And see, that's not gonna fit. It can't be right there. So I'm gonna finish building this and then put it in my fridge. Generally when it says to do things, it's because it has, you know, a reason for doing it that way. Well, I don't exactly know where this is gonna fit in my fridge. Okay, so I'll just pretend it's in my fridge. I'm going to set on this cardboard so it doesn't stick to my counter. Okay. And then next step is align the air glide roller so that it settles into the rack. So this little thing, it's kind of like the microwave ones. So I'm not quite sure where it's supposed to go. Oh, they've got a track that they fit into. That's nice. And then align the center knob in the bottom of the tray with the center opening of the base. Press until you hear a click. Well, I'm not hearing a click. So I'm just wondering, am I doing something? Oh, there goes my camera. Oh. Okay. Well, I am not hearing a click, so I'm going to try this again. There's a click, so now it's built. I'm just going to stick this to the counter. Just see. So it slides out and it does this rotating thing. It doesn't completely want to. There. That. There we go. So you pull it down, and as it pulls, it turns. And I think I got something not in the right groove, because, okay. I will say it kind of works. Just to make it easy for you to have access to your food. And because of the amount of room that it needs, let's see, where will I put it? around, it's not getting as stuck, which is good. Probably just there. It seems to be working, so I'm going to put it there. If I don't like it, I will take it out. But just because the amount of food I got to put in, I'm going to raise this shelf one. Shelf out. Raise this up one. I just want to move my shelf up one. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I cannot raise my shelf up one. This door, I can't open it. I need it like this much more to get that shelf out. So the shelf is gonna have to stay like that. I can't move it. But I've got this little the Smart Spin organizing thing in my fridge. So now I'm going to start putting everything back in my fridge. I'm going to start with my Brita water filter. And then got these little tomatoes in here. I got to run downstairs because I've got the little produce baskets that I bought. So I have got these little things. They're called produce keepers. So I'm just taking them out of all this packaging. See what this was. This is to drain. So you just pop this out and the liquid can drain out. So now I don't have any produce to go in these really, but let's see. Your produce separate. You had multiple things. Now I don't, so I'm just going to leave all. Oops. Okay. Just going to set these. Oh, it goes like that too if you wanted to layer it that way, depending on what you had. I don't have any produce for in these, but I'm still just going to put them in my fridge. I'm just going to pour the little tomatoes in. I think I'll put the tomatoes in the blue one. Okay, the little blue one just gets a small little 2 baskets. And it does not have a little drain. That's okay. I'm just going to pour tomatoes in like this. I have this red one. I have some peppers here. And I just dropped peppers on the floor. That's okay. These all have to get washed. I mean, I'm not even I haven't even washed the containers, so I will be going through and washing these containers, but I just wanted to see how easy they were to set up. This other that. And the big green one. I just want to get these in here so I know how much room they'll take up when I do get groceries. These will actually fit right up here. Like that. I kind of like the way my fridge is getting to be really organized. Better organized than it's ever been in my entire life. Okay, so like I said, I know I need to wash those out, and I also know I got to go through the peppers because there's some that are, no good. But I just want to see kind of how much space they would take up in the fridge. So I'm going to take those out and clean them now. So I'm just going to start, putting more things in the fridge, figuring out where it's all going to go. Now, one thing is, I buy my eggs in the flats of 30. So I don't have one of those egg dispenser things, which I would love to get for in this fridge. So my eggs are just going to sit here. And same with my margarine. I buy the big 3 kilogram tub of margarine. And that I'm just going to sit right here. And this drawer pulls out, so easy to put in and take out. Okay, so I'm just going to continue putting all the food away, and I'll be back as I get everything put away. Right, so I got everything in my fridge. I'll do my freezer in a little bit. I'm going to say it's my fridge. It's full of the food that we eat, including those 4 bowls of leftovers. So I did manage to get everything from the 2 fridges into the 1 fridge. And I will say we have a lot of condiments, but we have a lot of condiments here that I am not going to be re-buying. So with that being said, so there's just a lot of stuff on my fridge doors that, it's a one-time trying it out. Do I like it? Don't I like it? Does it make me sick? So, and there's just a lot of extra things at the moment. And then, of course, I've got my 4 big bowls of our leftovers, which will be, I'm going to move them to smaller containers. But if I did that, then I would give me a sink full of dishes. I did not feel like doing a sink full of dishes right now. So I just set them in there so you can see 2 fridges into the 1. Okay. And then I'm going to just take the leftover containers out because these are not going to always be in here. But just to show you the amount of space I do have in this fridge. Move this to here so it doesn't fall out on me. But you see, I do have a lot of room in the fridge. So in here, I just have cream cheese and butters and spreads and dips. Then in this drawer here, I just put all our bread. I had to take this out for right now. I think I might have this little white thing in upside down because it's not really spinning properly. But right now, this is not fitting because of the 4 containers of leftovers. So I'm going to put this back in the fridge when we don't have so many containers of leftovers, because I do like the idea that I can then get everything that's up in this top one up here, which is just olives, get them here, and then same with some of my my Starbucks coffees and some of my behind here my canned water, to have them on here, in here, instead of taking up the door space for other items. But that is the fridge. So now I'm going to go and grab all the food from both the freezers. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, so I got everything from both freezers sitting here kind of separated into different groups. I found expired food. I threw it in my sink for right now. I also have, what are they called? These things, ice packs. That's the word I'm looking for. Ice packs. I've just set them aside as well. But this is going to be interesting to get this food that's all here into down here. It's just piece of plastic I don't want to step on. But trying to get it all into here. Everything pulls out in drawers. So I'm gonna do one for fruit, one for vegetables, and then I've got like pierogies and French fries. And then my meat, just trying to figure out where it's gonna go. So I'll probably put like larger meat up here, and then other meats down here, but having over here like fruits and vegetables. So I'm just gonna start grabbing this stuff and figure out how it's gonna fit in here. I'll start with these big bags of fruit. Blueberries and cranberries. More cranberries. This is the vegetables. Stick them in there. Put the pierogies down here. French fries, which one doesn't seem to have a bag clip. In the old drawer, I put them in. I guess I could put the French fries and pierogies kind of in the same. French fries. Vegetables. More fruit. Like what I have for fruit is cranberries and blueberries. So I got some dumplings. Dumplings will go down here. Okay, and then I've got these beef roasts. Slip these in here first. Oh, I've got that is beef soup bones, so it can go up there. Beef down here. So that's some more soup making stuff. Maybe this one can fit down here. A couple pizza pots. I can just slip them there. Got these not sure how those are gonna fit. Now this is what excuse me. This was the one thing I wasn't too sure about was frozen pizzas. So it's gonna have to sit like that, resting on top of these. But I guess I'm just gonna get everything else in here. My daughter buys herself these. This box is quite large for in here, so I'm just gonna take these off. There's not really a lot of food left to go try to get in here, but let's see. Just a bit. So that will fit like that. And then she's got some ice cream and whipped topping. Set those there. We've got lamb. yak burgers. Haven't tried them yet. And this one here is the bison. So what we had the other night was elk, so they were good. We thought we'd try something different. That is not gonna fit. I'm just gonna slide. I'm just gonna stick these carpet patties just in there. I'm gonna do the same with these ones. Fit them in there. I've got everything in the freezer except I have to put in the meat pies. Move this lamb. I'm just gonna shuffle things around and get this lamb down in here. Ow! Okay. These veggies will make sit in here. That and the meat pies. You know, I'm going to actually just take this. I'm going to pull this out. A couple of these. I'm just going to put this in here. Standing up like that. I really don't know what this little extra slot is for, but it works good for popsicles. Right, these are the little fudgesicles, but you know, they're the same size. So popsicles and a few pizza pops, and look at that, I got the whole box out of the freezer. Going to continue beeping at me till I shut the freezer, but there we go. I got 2 freezers worth of food into this one freezer. Everything is neat and organized. I'm just gonna shut the door so it will stop beeping at me. Okay, so got the ice maker is set on. It's making ice. So my daughter's got her popsicles, fudgesicles, whatever, pizza pops. And then in this drawer we have the lamb and some of the other burgers and the mixed veggies. Down here, like I said, it's funny, all I have for produce in my freezer is blueberries and cranberries. And then over here I've got pierogies and french fries, and then all our meats, and then just a few other odd little items. But there we go. Everything is now in my one fridge. I didn't think this fridge could hold that amount of food, but I guess that's what happens when you go through and you get rid of, you know, expired food. I do have a few items that were in the fridge, condiment wise. They're in the fridge, but they're unopened, so I did put them back in the other fridge. So we are going to be doing, you know, between the fridge and the garage and this fridge. So when I bring groceries home, everything goes to that fridge, and then it comes into the house when we need it. So just have to wait for my husband to move things out. So the brown fridge is getting taken out of the garage. The white fridge that's in my living room will be put into the garage, and then I can start to, you know, some of these condiments in here that are unopened but are cold, I put in here. What didn't fit, I just put in the other fridge. So like I said, I've got some duplicates of up here. Like I said, it's these ones. There's a lot of similar ones like this, or the salad dressings. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out what flavors I like, what's making me sick, not making me sick. So I've got a few extra, you know, condiments that you just kind of buying, trying to see if you like them, figuring out if I'll buy them again or not. I kind of just go from there. And then I also said, like in my fridge, those 4 containers of leftovers, those are big bowls. That stuff can go down into a size smaller for most of it. So the next thing to do is I'm just going to move that stuff into smaller containers. But I just didn't feel like, you know, filling up and doing dishes while I'm trying to get all this food moved from 2 fridges into our one new one. So again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's subscribing to my channels and watching my videos, and I'll see you in the next ones. Bye.